Yeah, I've got to be honest, I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't have to speak about this person again, but it turns out one of the most disgusting people we've ever spoke about that has came from TikTok seems to have returned. So you remember Felix Cypher? You know, the guy who thought he was the reincarnation of someone that I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say his name anymore. You know, World War II? You know, probably the most unanimously hated person to ever exist. Yeah, he thought he was the reincarnation of him. But just in case you aren't aware of who I'm talking about, let's just take a quick look back at the video that kind of made him go viral for all the wrong reasons.
It's time to address the nose ring drama.
The nose ring drama, he says, which is still one of the nicest things you could have called this whole situation. Yeah, as you can see, he kind of made this nose ring for himself, which could resemble a part of, like, facial hair of a very specific person, and then he decided to address the fact that people thought it looked like that by saying this.
People are essentially calling me every name under the sun because I had the rice adler on my jacket.
Oh yeah, that's just reminding me, he did do that. He actually did it in this video in particular, where he like combed his hair to the side, he wore this nose ring, had the Rice Sadler logo on his jacket, that, if you don't know, was used by very specific people in World War II. And this person on the left of the video is actually a Holocaust survivor, who posted this to say that your cosplay isn't funny. Like, what are you doing here? Basically just making everyone aware of this and showing how disgusting it is. To which Felix Cypher himself responded to this Holocaust survivor by saying, "Haha, it's me. Sorry my men had you in a camp, old pal, but I'm back for a reason." Quite possibly the most disgusting comment I think I've ever seen on the app. Now you had the True Adventures, who was the guy in the video of the Holocaust survivor, who replied saying, "Felix, I sincerely hope you receive the help that you need ASAP." And this is where we get back to Felix's explanation.
My last life just so happened to be a very infamous one.
Ah.
Me offing myself was one of the first memories I had from that lifetime. It came to me when I was 5 in my nightmares. You can see right where I shot myself too.
You can see what he's kind of getting at here, can't you? Look, I feel like we're far enough in the video now to not get demonetized, hopefully, but he feels like he is the reincarnation of Hitler. Hence why he dresses like this, and he says that his like birthmark or something on the side of his head is proof that he got like shot in his head. And that is why he feels like he has every right to reply to Holocaust survivors saying that he's back for a reason and he's sorry that he had them in like camps in like a past life. So yeah, just a disgusting human being. Yeah, on top of that TikTok, he would also post stuff on Instagram like eugenics could actually optimize our species, and went even further to say that this world would be better off without most sectors of humanity. Our species ought to condense and not just randomly. Yeah. Doesn't that sound familiar? Oh, and I love how this is a reply to like just a little TikTok trend that says, "What's a controversial opinion?" which is usually just full of people saying, "Oh, I wear socks in bed." But instead, he's decided to say that we should go back to the Hitler days. And here's more pictures of him where he's dressed in a very specific way and said 5 of my favorite selfies. And then here's another selfie he decided to put in this little montage. You kind of get the gist, right? Well, that was actually a few months ago. His accounts got banned for very obvious reasons, and now he is back on TikTok under the name Snake Lord. And yeah, he's posted this video that says, "Hello internet, sorry to say that I have sporadically returned." And yeah, let's hear this statement, shall we?
So it's been a while since my involuntary disappearance.
Okay, right, straight off the bat, still wearing the nose ring. Like, I'm not the type of person to start judging people for what they're wearing, but you made it very clear in your previous videos that you wear this nose ring because you believe you are the reincarnation of Hitler, and now you're back and you're still wearing it. It's just not a good start, is it? Oh yeah, and also, involuntary disappearance, as in he didn't want to actually leave, he just got banned. He would have carried on doing him this whole time.
I wanted to make a quick apology to just one person, and that is the Holocaust survivor who I made a very unsavory comment towards when I was first going viral. Okay. I was rather in shock at what was happening, and I was not thinking too clearly.
I mean, I guess that's a decent start. I mean, he's apologized to one person, definitely the person who he did the absolute worst thing to. I mean, we were literally talking about like a Holocaust survivor here. But the way he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm only going to apologize to one person, by the way," makes it seem as if he doesn't really think the other stuff was completely wrong in the slightest. And you know what? I'll give you a bit of a spoiler. I have seen this video, and that is the only time he apologizes throughout this video, and in fact decides to double down later in the video.
Next thing that I wanted to say was I have been in treatment for about 3 months now since I was gone. It was for depression, anxiety.
But you know what? It's obviously good that he said that he decided to get help, but then when we get later in the video, it's like he hasn't really changed his mind on anything, and does make you question, and I've seen a lot of comments from people saying the same thing, is he just kind of saying this to give an excuse for his actions? I mean, the excuse he just gave for saying to a Holocaust survivor that he's back now and that he's going to do it again and all this stuff was the fact that he just wasn't thinking straight and he went viral and he didn't really know what to do with it. So yeah, it just would have been a lot more believable if he wasn't back doing another video where he does go on to double down.
I've anyone cares to know, I'm doing a lot better now, so yay for me. However, I do want to just let people know that my views on myself, my past self, whatever, everything that made me blow up in the first place, that hasn't really changed.
Right. Okay, I mean, that's all I really need to hear at this point. He still thinks he's the reincarnation of Hitler, but the only thing he's sorry for is that he was so direct with his threats to a certain person, but he's absolutely okay to offend millions of other people around the world with these stupid claims.
My views on myself, my past self, whatever, everything that made me blow up in the first place, that hasn't really changed. I don't really predict it changing, honestly.
Yeah, I remember my last video, we were like trying to question whether he really does believe this or he's just doing it for attention. And I still don't really know the fact that he's back on TikTok saying it. Does kind of make me think that maybe he doesn't actually believe that and he is just doing it for attention. And attention he's getting, but it's for very, very negative reasons. Like, there's many other ways to get viral on TikTok and get your attention, you know? You don't have to say you're the reincarnation of Hitler. Pretty much every other way of getting attention is better than that. And obviously we've got to remember that it wasn't just that one comment that he left that was so ridiculously offensive. He was also saying that our species ought to condense and not just randomly, the same way that we tried doing many, many years ago, literally just trying to get rid of certain people because of like their characteristics or appearance. But them things in particular, he is not sorry for. And in fact, he still believes it.
Again, I'm sorry to get in for what I said, and hopefully the future can move on and we'll all be much happier.
I'm not really sure if the future can move on with you and be much happier if you still hold these opinions. I mean, even if you did take away all the previous opinions, I don't think anyone's going to really move on in a very happy way with you. But the fact you're now doubling down definitely cancels that out. I mean, yeah, we can see by the comments here that no one seems to be very happy to see him back. We've got someone saying, not you again. But yeah, luckily, judging from his TikTok, he's only posted 2 videos since this one that are just of his snakes, and hopefully it stays that way, and I hope the snakes are okay. And yeah, you might remember as well, Felix was doing and saying some crazy stuff about his snakes, which he still has, obviously. He's posting videos about them, so I hope they're okay, alright? And there was also a bunch of other stuff with like his old Reddit posts that came up where he was being like transphobic and whatnot, and people brought up his like really strange books that he had written and stuff like this. And yeah, like I said, he still holds these opinions and expects us to all move on, which I don't understand. And like I said, if he did stay away from TikTok, then I might be able to believe this a little bit more, but he is back on TikTok posting videos when he knows fine well that everyone knows him as the person who thought he was reincarnated as Hitler, and he still believes it. So it just makes me think he is doing this for attention, and I guess this video might be giving him what he wants, I guess. But yeah, it's just so disgusting, and I feel like people obviously need to be called out when they do stuff like this. I mean, people get called out for a lot less, don't they? This is literally one of the most disgusting things you can even say. But yeah, just another reminder that TikTok is full of some of the worst people on the internet, and yeah, I'm gonna leave the video there. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new, and also if you want to let me know topics to talk about in future videos, the best way to do this on my Instagram, it's at MARKIE. That's exactly how I found out that Felix had returned. So if you do want me to talk about something in a future video, let me know on there, and I'll probably do it. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.